I think the first one I want to ask about is working with Daniel Craig on Othello. Actually, that was Daniel Craig and Rachel Brosnahan, right?
Yeah.
What
And
was
David
it?
Oyelowo.
I just spoke to David, and he is wonderful, and he just did his feature directorial debut. So many good things for all of you right now.
And he's like father of 4 or 5. How many kids he got? He got a whole gang of kids. No, David is actually a good example of just like, we gotta keep it moving, you know, and weirdly, I think having a family helps with that a little bit. You just can't dwell on yourself too much when you got other people you're really having to think about all the time. But okay, so Daniel, right. He's lovely. It was that whole experience. I mean, I just shot a film with Rachel. That whole experience was just remarkable in so many ways. A lot of it being that we were off-Broadway, so it wasn't this huge show. It was huge in terms of who was in it. Like, 007 is in your play. You're going to get sold out before you even, the minute we announced we were sold out.
Sounds about right.
It was huge in like that, but we were in this tiny theater, New York Theater Workshop downtown. When I say tiny, I mean probably as big as a large studio apartment. We were all in one dressing room. They just had a curtain between the boys and the girls. There were 3 girls and maybe 10 boys. So my little desk was next to David's desk, but we had a curtain between us right here. But I literally could like reach over and like grab all his makeup and steal all his shit. Can I say shit?
Yes, you can.
We don't edit. Oh, okay, great. Like, like we were arm's length. I mean, I don't even think I could reach my arm out and not touch Rachel. Like, I could probably go like this and I would have touched Rachel, and she would go like this and touch Nikki. Like, we were right next to each other. So it was a little bit like doing theater in college. And, no frills. Nobody's bringing us lunch or dinner. Got to go out and get your own stuff. And Daniel, what was wonderful about him, first of all, my audition with him, I don't know why, but I went in and I'd done a bunch of, Shakespeare, and I was pretty confident with my Shakespeare stuff. And I don't know if he did this on purpose. I should ask him at some point. He seemed so nervous that I ended up being not nervous. Does that make sense?
It does.
He was like sweating. I think at one point I even said, he started speaking. We started doing the scene. He started speaking, and he was speaking so low that I was like, what are you saying? I can't hear you. I was like, are you nervous? You need to speak up or something. And I found out later on, Jack was impressed by the fact that I wasn't intimidated by Daniel. And I was like yelling at him right away to speak up.
So it doesn't surprise me that him being nervous made you less nervous, but it does make me really, and this is probably just because I'm so used to seeing him as super confident James Bond right now. It does really surprise me that he was nervous at all.
He was sweating. I mean, maybe he was trying to make me feel less nervous, but can he manufacture sweat? I don't know. He was really, maybe it was a Shakespeare thing. Like, who knows? All I know is I went in there, and what I saw was somebody who was like a deer caught in headlights a little panicky. And I was like, I immediately tried to sort of make him laugh by yelling at him. And then we had like the best audition. So we went from like this, very big audition. And then Sam Gold wanted us to do it as very intimate. He was like, pretend like you're in a movie and you're just talking to each other right here. Don't make it theatrically big, but make it like movie big. And we ended up doing this really emotional, crazy scene, like right up on each other. And there you go. The rest is history. But he's lovely. It's just fun to be around. He'd be backstage playing his guitar, and none of that big, confident, as you say, James Bond personality at all. Except for when he was on stage and he had to be Iago.